Hello everyone. Today, we are exploring a landmark moment in the history of cybercrime. If you've ever heard the term ransomware, there is one specific name that turned it into a global phenomenon: CryptoLocker. Emerging in late 2013, CryptoLocker wasn't just another virus. It was a sophisticated piece of extortion software that changed the cybersecurity landscape forever. Unlike earlier malware that simply froze your computer screen, CryptoLocker did something far more devious. It took your data hostage using military-grade encryption. Today, we're going to break down exactly how it worked, why it was so revolutionary, and the legacy it left behind. So, how did a CryptoLocker infection actually happen? It almost always started with a simple human error. The attackers used phishing emails as their primary weapon. These emails were cleverly disguised as legitimate business communications. Things like UPS tracking notices, FedEx delivery failures, or urgent bank invoices. Attached was a zip file that appeared harmless. However, once a user opened it, a hidden executable file ran in the background. Immediately, the malware would reach out to a command and control server operated by the hackers. This server would generate a unique 2048-bit RSA public key and send it back to the victim's computer. The malware then began a silent search and destroy mission. It scanned the hard drive for over 70 different file types, including Word documents, PDFs, family photos, and financial spreadsheets. It encrypted every single one of them. But it didn't stop there. It was programmed to find any connected network drives or USB sticks, potentially paralyzing an entire office's shared server from just one infected laptop. Once the encryption was complete, the trap was sprung. A giant red window would appear on the user's screen with a terrifying message: "Your personal files are encrypted." A countdown timer, usually set for 72 or 100 hours, would start ticking down. The demand? Typically $300 or 2 bitcoins. This was one of the first major instances where cybercriminals used Bitcoin. Because cryptocurrency is decentralized, it allowed the attackers to receive payments anonymously, making it nearly impossible for law enforcement to follow the money trail. The psychological pressure was intense. If the timer hit 0, the hackers claimed they would delete the private key, making the files unrecoverable forever. For many businesses and individuals who didn't have backups, paying the ransom felt like the only option. The reign of the original CryptoLocker ended in June 2014 thanks to a massive international effort called Operation Tovar. The FBI, Interpol, and various security firms successfully disrupted the Gameover ZeuS botnet that distributed the malware. They seized the hackers' servers and recovered the database of private keys, allowing victims to finally unlock their files for free. However, the damage was done. It is estimated that the creators extorted over $27 million in less than a year. More importantly, CryptoLocker proved that ransomware was a highly profitable business model. It paved the way for modern, even more dangerous variants like WannaCry, which caused a global crisis in 2017, and Locky, which refined the art of mass email spam. The crypto era of malware had officially begun. So, what can we learn from CryptoLocker today? The best defense remains a proactive one. First, maintain offline backups. If your data is backed up on a drive that isn't connected to your network, a hacker can't lock it. Second, practice extreme email hygiene. Never open attachments from sources you aren't 100% sure about. And finally, keep your systems updated to patch the vulnerabilities these programs exploit. Cybersecurity is a constant arms race, but by understanding the history of threats like CryptoLocker, we are better prepared for the future. Would you like me to dive deeper into how modern AI-driven ransomware works compared to these classic versions? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.